Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. Today is Wednesday, 11th February 2026, and it is important we communicate and interact with our people, not only our people and the world at large, to place them on notice as to regards to what is happening, facts on ground, because we are in a social media era, and we must not ignore the presence of fake news and propaganda. The Nigerian government, I want to inform the world, I want to place you on notice as an Igbo person, so as somebody from the old Eastern region, the Ibibio, the Efik, the Anan, the Wankes, the Jaws, the Urobos. In as much as your mother ties two-piece wrapper, I want to place you on a notice so that you understand what is going on, because millions of life is at risk. Oh, I will try to be communicative. I will try to communicate what I want to say in a very layman understanding, so that our mothers can be able to understand it. Millions of life is at risk. Nigeria is on a brink of war. That is just the truth. The media may be painting it, your elite may be huddling it, but this is facts. Take it from Ezioku Godcast. We are telling you the truth. And some of our people are sleeping with their two eyes open, two eyes closed. Some of our people are ignorant in the face of danger. Some of our people are giving themselves as willing to the enemy. Some people are being used to bastardize the legitimate cause of our people, the legitimate Biafra restoration project. And that is why today we are here to spill the truth, so that tomorrow you won't say you are not warned, or you are not told, or you don't know. The quest for the restoration of Biafra is being championed by IPOB. And the leader of IPOB is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has a structure, a leadership structure, people that oversees the day-to-day activity of IPOB worldwide. And these people are called the DOS. There is a huge conspiracy and propaganda by the British and the Nigerian government against the DOS. Because now we all know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being held in Sokoto. And we cannot, the key of this movement is discipline. And the DOS is there to enact discipline, whereas some people, some level of, some idiots that want to monetize or commercialize the Biafra restoration project, people like Kanu Takano and fine boy Prince Kanu, that Kanu brother. Two of them, they won with his lawyer Aloy Ejimako, and what is this one that has beers like this, Keziana, yeah, Maxwell. We are in a this set of people with some useless people in America. Even with the Biafra government on Eza Ngozi or Abese, these people are agent provocateurs. These people are willing tools of the enemy, sponsored by the Nigerian government, to bastardize the legitimate Biafran struggle. That is why there is an attack on the DOS. In as much as you are a Biafran, whether you are a registered member of IPOB or you are not a registered member of IPOB, you must stand with the DOS. You must listen to the DOS. They are the only people that has the mandate and the interest of our people at heart. The Nigerian government have unleashed their thugs to cajole, to make a caricature, to cajole the legitimate Biafran struggle. Look at just yesterday, Christopher Musa was saying that IPOB leaders are not interested in the demands of the region or the interests of the people. That the leaders are only interested about financial interests. And who are these leaders that Barrister the Army General is referring to? These are Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu family, the Kanu families. I want to explain this so that you will know who is who. The Kanu family is not representing the interests of the Biafran people. Let's state it unequivocally clear. IPOB is being run by the DOS, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a member of the DOS. Mazi Chinedu'm is the head of Directorate of State, with Nzurumi being his vice. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the supreme leader of IPOB worldwide. In the absence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the DOS take full charge in administrating others. That is their job. IPOB is not a family business. Most of you are not reading news. Most of you are not following. Most of you are just when you come to news, you won't want to dig down to time, go back to time past and get facts and figures. Just like the way that they are saying IPOB banned sit at home, Keneko, just recently. In 2026, the Nigerian government and the Kanu family are coming sit at home that IPOB have banned since 2021. Even Nnamdi Kanu himself, in his previous videos during one of the court sittings, said that he wants Biafra land to be calm. The DOS have released memos upon memos since 2021, stating that they have banned sit at home, and henceforth that if our people the DOS cancelled sit at home and our people revolted, the DOS cancelled sit at home in 2021. There are press release upon press release that can confirm these facts to you. Our people revolted. Our people insisted on sitting at home. Then since 2021, the DOS now made it voluntarily that since our people have decided to protest the unjustful incarceration and life sentencing of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is by chance a British citizen, and British are accomplice to the evil and subjugation of the people, the children of light, the Biafran people. The British don't kill us. British have done. If the FBI and CIA, both MI5, are to declassify some documentaries as to heinous crime that the British oversaw in Biafra land in time passing centuries and years ago, the world will be marveled. But one day we are going to get there. One day we are going to get there because every fuck up must be treated. The British is playing the role of the Lucifer, and that is why Islam is. You see, British Islam will overwhelm British. Go and write it down. If before the next 50 years, British will be an Islamic country. You will see it. Go and write it for tampering with the children of light, for their crime against the Igbo people. There's no problem. Only time will vindicate us. They don't know who we are. The British try to obliterate us, the sins of their forefathers. This current generation, the like of the number 10 Downing Street is still continuing on the evil legacy of their forefathers, and there must be just like the same way the people of the Middle Belt, the people of the Middle Belters are paying the price of treachery. The same, these people, they don't know what they are doing. That is why Chukwuabiama said that the restoration of Biafra is the last miracle. Listen, I want to tell you the truth. The restoration of, we don't believe in any country. We don't believe in any man. We don't believe in any woman. I was in the spirit the other day, and I was in the spirit. Chukwuabiama was telling me that this miracle can actually come during the time of the advance. Because Chukwuabiama don't want to share his glory with any man. It's not America, it's not Israel, it's not Trump, it's not. I say, we don't believe in any country, we don't believe in any man, we don't believe in that anybody is going to do anything for us. We only believe that Chukwuabiama have decreed that we are going to, that his kingdom must come on the face of the earth. We are the children of light, the epic center of the world, zero longitude and zero latitude. The British is very much aware of this, what I'm telling you. So they can never extinguish us. You cannot extinguish us. It is impossible. I am speaking to the forces and the powers that be. I'm telling you the truth. All their evil conspiracy. I will come back to the Middle Belt because today Radimo is yapping. Radimo is showcasing his political interest, maybe due to pressure from these same idiots. Maybe due to pressure and ill discipline. Not even pressure, but it is ill discipline, breaking of diplomatic ties. From these same idiots that are ocean provocateurs, these people that have been set aside to compromise the legitimate Biafra struggle. Ofunda and second about the Biafra liberation. They are the one that started the propaganda that Larimo showed Trump documentaries that British says that she defended Nigeria after 100 days. Nah, you don't understand diplomatic language, and you are showcasing your stupidity before the world. And for one reason or the other, Senator Congressman Larimo was forced to make what I see as a personal opinion, a personal statement, because the truth will always prevail, not minding any shenanigans, not minding barrels of oils, not minding billions of if Nigeria Nigeria should go and donate $1 to the British. The truth will always prevail. And our weapon has always been the truth. The quest for self-determination is a universal right, and it cannot. You can't tell me that when it comes to the case of the Igbo people, it's going to change. The quest for self-determination is a universal right. We must do things. We must do things right, not doing things the right way. Hope I'm correct. I stand to be about. We must do things right. Not trying to be politically correct or politically convenient. Larimo, I am putting into the word. Listen, you can never understand Christian genocide. Larimo cannot understand Christian genocide. Nobody can understand, can begin to expatiate or understand Christian genocide with just news or with just speaking with delegates from Nigeria, or speaking with delegates from the IDP camp, or people from the Middle Belt. We so much appreciate the interest of the American congressmen and the American government in helping Christians. But you cannot give a full details, or you cannot speak of Christian genocide with the little you know. With the little you know from just middle belt, or people from IDPK, or people from Kaduna, or people from Sokoto, or people from Jos, people from Benue. Mind you that these people, today's victims are yesterday's aggressors. We are the foundation of Christian genocide in Nigeria. When I mean we, the IPOB people, we lost over 5 million men, women, and children. These same middle belt people were among our some people and Fulani people that killed us. We are the words should be bold enough to say the truth. The world should be bold enough to say the truth. That is just what we are saying. We are not against what Rodimo is saying. We understand the nature of we understand what is happening in the diplomatic scene, and we understand that some of our people, over this same Biafran government of on Ezekita, ngozi Arabeze Kogni, float to go fake news that Trump wrote her. They have been circulating it with the help of Igbere TV and the rest of them. Mind you, Igbere TV is owned by Ojo Zokalo. That stupid Ojo Zokalo that is yapping rubbish at the floor of the Senate. He's not even ashamed that as a long-serving statesmanship like him, he's saying that his constituency don't have network. Okay, for that Nigeria is unsavageable, that these people know what they are doing, but I'm not trying to digress. Oh, can Kawalugi Yekena what you Igbere TV is doing the work of Lucifer. They are promoting and feeding you with this. Promoting and feeding you with these wrong people that they know are compromised. The only people that are legitimately fighting for the restoration of Biafra is the DOS. The DOS is IPOB. The DOS is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. IPOB is not a family business and can never be. It is impossible. The like of Radimo should understand that self-determination is a universal law. It is a universal law. We must speak the truth. If anybody, when Mo was saying that if Nigeria is split into two, if they split Nigeria into two, that it will be a threat to Christians. It's a brutal lie. You are a liar. You are lying. With all due respect, it is a big lie. Anybody that wants to tell himself the truth regarding what is happening in Nigeria will come at the end of the day, after critical analysis and investigation, at the end of the day, you will come to an irrefutable fact that two-state solution is the key, that the restoration of Biafra is the only thing that can safeguard the Christian communities in Nigeria. That is just the truth. That the impunity and the mayhem that the Fulani oligarchy have been carrying out in Nigeria for over decades upon decades is coming to the limelight today is through the help of IPOB. These are undeniable facts. Yet you are trying to overhead it is simple. But our go de bokandi banye go de gra kan de banye marunda ga neso kan de banye maro ma ngozi ora beze ma bricks ma ko hantani no avi ndoshi e mana anyu ade ezo onu because onu anya adoro mo ya mara anya da like ikwu okwu because ayi me onu kubo okwu ni onu without fear before our enemy. We are on the bikonu we don't have to talk on a mokuna mamuzgo. I don't debaya canante. just yesterday, Nigerian army is invaded the camps of Fulani terrorists in Kogi State. Just go and check the amount of weapon and armory that was recovered. Nekwa Kogi nekwe Enugu. Oko maka ndị na-achị ọnụ agbarụ n'aka. Oko maka ndị yo. Go and check that most of these places that are stronghold of Fulani bandit, ISIP, ISWAP and Lakawara, that they are bordered with common boundaries between Anambra and Enugu. Both Calabar, in only Hiora, it's not Yegu can Egu. It's not game of chop by chop, share the national cake and share the national my and divide the national cake. Anya ge fogi. Akwa mmiri na agba oho na amanu yuku. Keta na ya agwa that our people should learn from history. Ga noro uriadu do onwe God. Sit down and study the 1967 to 1970 pogrom. The killing of our people. Whatever is re-emperi. Because if we fail to study history or understand history, it is going to repeat itself. Ana ono bana kpachakwara anya. Ibro nwa afi iwe kwado ina yuri na-egwu. You think that Nigeria is going to be better? I was saying the other day that I campaigned for Buhari. Some people were looking at me. When Buhari was in NMPP, and my first party in Nigeria, NMPP, came out early 2000. I was campaigning for. You see, I don't know, man. But we have come to that reservation that Nigeria is unsavageable. Nigeria is unsavageable. He get me sorry you kwete, he get me chakwete. All the kine ekwu ogu ona abiakwa, ona ana agwu unu na ona abiakwa. The inevitable is gradually unfolding before our two naked eyes. Chineke nna meru mebere. Ozo ga ama n'ihe. Ịnọrọ na-asị enyi gị nwoke ga-egi bụ stress ga-ege efu. Ịma nsị enyi gị nwoke ga-aka gị ọdeshi na-arụ. Ịma nga-aka onwe gị ọdeshi. Maka na ọ bịara egbu nke egbu onwe ya abụrụ ọgwụ. Ịmara na anyị eso ọdeshi nwegodi bụ vụrụ isi gị. Nọ ya mere onye nwe ọdeshi ọ na-agba egbu ọ na-agba ọsọ. Because enweta ma gị nwa ma ọdeshi ga-ewe 2x2 kugbuo gị. Mana ị kwesịrị ike nkwụcha na nkwụcha abụrụ ụjọ. Ọ bịara egbu nke egbu onwe ya abụrụ ajọ ọgwụ. Ikpezikwa ya ji ya gazuo ori ejide gị ana Igbo ga-akụgbu gị. Mana anyị na-ekwu na-abịa Chineke nna meru mebere. Ihe anyị na-ekwu na-abịa anyị kwesịrị egwu unu. Anyị na-adọ ndị be anyị aka na ntị. Not just be for electoral reform. Can use to make sure that the vote is accredited. They are playing hanky-panky. Jiri brain in the mother that they have passed the bill, but in areas that is not, it failed. They are going to come back to manual. The same thing that they repeated in 2023. It's not these people. Amari. It's not Nigeria. We are calling on everybody. The only solution is to boycott that election. Stand on questioning this system. That constitution must be questioned. And what is the questioning? The funding what is the questioning? The questioning is that census, that the world must pro-British in the census in the early 60s. And again, when a US supervised census in Nigeria, we need to. That is just the only thing. If you want to say a better Nigeria, if you want to restructure Nigeria, this is where the restructuring should start. Once we correct that, because politics is a game of number. Politics is a game of number. Politics is a game of number. Can the buy money? That sense, I got correct. Ready. We must correct this propagandaous lie that the North is the highest ethnic nationality in Nigeria. It is a very big lie. It is a pure lie from the pit of hell. The highest ethnic nationality are the Igbo people. That's why they fear us. Why am I not? because isi na ngụ adịghị ire eti ya n'anya ene na enwe ite ọgbanyụ ọkụ ọ bụrụ ka bụrụ inu Chineke nna mere m ebere. Everybody must wake up. You must, even people in Southern Kaduna, you must join this protest. You see this protest that they are protesting. It goes beyond electoral reform. It goes beyond electoral interest they are safe. But it goes beyond it. With there must be protests. Everybody, if you know anything that is bothering you, Buria, or because last time the other guy in a protest about Lolo, every Nigerian, everywhere in Nigeria must join this protest in your respective states and region. About that revolution, we must question if they want us to continue on this very union. They must in as much as we know that the lasting solution is division, but we can divide within states. There could be a confederation. Yes, the same thing that is happening in Britain. British is there is Scottish, there is Wales, there is Netherlands, many countries name British. We can run it that way. I got run now. Man, this constitution must be dissolved. This 1999 fraudulent sham must be absolutely dissolved because it contradicts itself. More contradictory itself. Why will the Nigerian judiciary use a repealed law to jail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? We are telling you put the truth. Yeah, na wageba bezoku because yeah bezoku got cast. Yeah, man from elsewhere. We are asking people to join the protest. The struggle don't begin. Oh, one Nigeria. Say you want to. This one Nigeria go better. Happen ndiratel no ndala nderiri. Rappen ndiratel ndi siadroma. You don't know ndiratel ka bia protest here. Ndi na amariye. Anabunu na very dark man is a government agent. At times I marvel at the state of society in Onimia. Look at garbage role models. Ndala. I am furi mami rite doche kola support rita video mo ne utem. Na mamoro ne mesigui oku na ema na anyị na-akwanyere ndị nnugu. Anọ nne ka ọ bụ na anyị ga-akwanyere iwu mana ya ma akwa na-asọgide nkata okenye anya ekpuru nkata n'irugu ya okwu mama biko woru ihe ọbụla gị na vidiyo m na-ebi ka ewepụtazina ebe oge emetụta ewepụtazina ya n'iro vidiyo m bụ onye ala ihe ọbụbụ onye ala isi adịrị ya ihe ọbụbụ a government boy is a government errand boy nwere ihe dị iche na narị omokri and the rest of them. Ndị ọbụla bụ ndị rotel bụ ndị ara ndị ụlọ ha na-agba ọkụ ha na-achụ oke ndị ụlọ it have come to critical. You love Nigeria, it is come and prove your love. Men are on the street protesting. Obromos near your own protest gabe use electronic device for election Obromos no young abun. People that if you are living in Abuja and you know that terrorists are killing your people, come and be protesting. Anything that is your problem, join every Nigerian if you are a conscientious person. We know very well that nobody is a Nigerian. That is why Nigeria can never work. But can you give these people the benefit of doubt? We are encouraging every Nigerian to go and join this protest. It is very, very pivotal. It is very, very pivotal. Test running. Battle. It is just like a rope battle. That battle that they do for school, transport for school. This will go Europe, this will go to Europe. Government and the power up with psychological war. If you start losing now, you are losing. The battle started now. The battle is not that day that you are voting. No. The battle has started. If you know that your vote must count, it is today. If you know that you want a better Nigeria, it is now. You must join that protest. If you are in Akwa Ibom, if you are in Port Harcourt, if you are in Abuja, if you are anywhere, You must join the protest, make videos, post on your respective social media handles, give commentaries, give situation reports, cover the armies and the policemen that are there to either guide you or enact the will of the government, so that the world will be seeing it and taking notes. And today's podcast is very hot. But we must say the truth. We must say the truth. N'isi nsekpọntị ya na-ekwu bụ that na ndị be anyị must adhere to the DOS. Family Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not IPOB. They are the people that the Army General is referring to. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu family, they don't represent the interests of IPOB. Barrister lawyer Ejima kon abun fear in the face of camera setekwem oleti Nnamdi Kanu IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu legal counsel na ya tosiono. Barrister lawyer Ejima do not have anything to do with IPOB. That is the truth. And it is just like as the DOS have said that any memo, any nya from Emma Powerful does not represent the will and interest of IPOB. These are section of compromised idiots that are only after their pocket. That is the same way they went and struck a deal with Chinedu'm. Their anger now is that their previous deal with Chinedu'm have given it to Obi Kubana and Yule Doche and the rest of them. they are trying to flex muscle. Not in charge. These people are government agents. It is just like the same way Biafra government of Ejai have denied a Biafra Liberation Army now. But people are not talking. People are not going back to the beginning to watch their leader, Mazi Simon Ekpa, how he was making claim and taking responsibility of everything that was happening. At the end of the day, they will be trying to target at IPOB and ESN. The word must stand for the truth. Our people must stand for the truth. Our people must stand for the truth. Ndewo.